Bangkok, where a high-rise under construction building collapsed, killing at least 10 people and leaving over 117 missing. The Thai capital has been declared a disaster area. Myanmar's ruling military also declared a state of emergency in multiple regions. Myanmar's ruling military general Min Aung Hlaing said that he has invited any country to provide help and donations, warning that there would be more deaths and casualties that would be reported. The United States Geological Survey reported that the quake had a depth of 10 kilometers, with its epicenter located about 17.2 kilometers from Myanmar's second largest city, Mandalay, which has a population of about 1.2 million. An aftershock of magnitude 6.4 followed shortly after. In Myanmar, multiple buildings collapsed, including the Maso Yan Monastery, one of the largest in the country, and damaged the former royal palace and government housing as well. So, of course, the developments that are coming in at this point of time in Sagaing region, just northwest of the city, a 90-year-old bridge collapsed and some sections of the highway connecting Mandalay and Myanmar's largest city, Yangon, were damaged as well. In Thailand, authorities confirmed that at least 3 people died in Bangkok after a 33-story building under construction crumbled into a cloud of dust. Rescuers have pulled at least 7 survivors from the rubble, but many remain trapped. Joining us at this point of time is Major General Sudhakar Jee, defence expert. We also have with us Mr. Naveen Bhatnagar, former DIG, NDRF and a disaster management expert. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. And let me take this conversation forward with Major General Sudhakar Jee. Sir, again, now the death toll has, of course, increased to 694 as far as Myanmar is concerned. How do you, of course, view the developments that are taking place, and do you believe there's going to be an increase in the death toll?
Savri, good morning. Thank you for getting me to the show, and best wishes to my distinguished and esteemed co-panelists and the viewers. Well, as far as your question goes, based on my past experience in Nepal, in tsunami 2004, in Jammu and Kashmir, where I have personally participated, the death toll is definitely going to rise. It may cross, because Bangkok as such is a high density population city, and so as Sagaing that you just mentioned, on the banks of or a little away from Salween River. So these places, they're definitely going to cross 6,000-7,000 if not more. So it's a matter of time, because it is too early. It will take a lot of time. The rescue operation is a very tedious job, and it requires a lot of patience, it requires perseverance, it requires application of the right resource and people with expertise to rescue people from under the rubble. The way it is, the visuals that you have captured and you are sharing, looks like there are many people who have been trapped under the rubble. Many would have died. What I have experienced in the past is blood is a very rare commodity in such kind of situation. And but before that, let me compliment the Indian team, the disaster management team that we have been able to develop and evolve with practical experience from within the country and outside the country. Actually puts us as #1 in the world, the best responders, the first responder to any such kind of criticality. It is kudos to our people and the leadership, and the disaster management is actually the best in the world. So if they have already landed there, then I'm sure the rescue operation also is going to be supported by the logistic support. The logistics at the moment, like I said, blood is going to be of premium demand, and it has to be really controlled, and the supply chain has to be sustained. One thing. And second thing is that the drilling machines, although we have plenty of them, one doesn't know the magnitude and the collateral, the spread of the collateral. You were saying that few kilometers, it could be many more, which has not actually caught the attention of the media so far. As it is, you know that Myanmar is a very tight society under the tight leash of Tatmadaw, the military junta. They don't let any news of the disaster or of good successful thing to be shared with the environment. So therefore, it will take a while to find out or assess the real damage across the border towards Myanmar side. However, towards Bangkok side, I think by and large we are alive to up to date with all the latest. Third thing I wish to highlight is that both the Myanmar as also Bangkok, they are very close to the sea, Bay of Bengal Sea. Whenever your earthquake takes place like this, now when I say very, very close, it is roughly, I've been there myself, it's around 15 to 25 kilometers. This is the distance. There is always a danger of the high tide. The high tides coming over towards the inland causing floods. So there will be going to be a multiple kind of damages and challenges which are going to be faced by the disaster management people. Last but not the least is that Myanmar and Thailand, they form part of the ASEAN. To the best of my understanding and knowledge, ASEAN has got some kind of a coordination center for disaster relief, and they should have also pressed their people into service because it requires a huge degree, high degree of coordination. There will be multiple resources coming from all over the world. What is the need of the hour is actually who coordinates and how he allocates the resources to different areas depending on the fatalities that are reported, people who are reported under the rubble, and that's how our casualty evacuation center has to be established. I don't think it has been done. Hospitals fortunately are functional with trickling messages. One is able to put the dots, join the dots together. In Myanmar, there are a couple of hospitals. In Bangkok, it is well connected. Hospitals are functional. They have got the requisite life-saving products and the medicines. And so therefore, the Indian disaster relief team would do well that if they can sustain the supply chain from India to this place, so that as and when there are emergency requirements of unforeseen stores, equipments and qualified and expert manpower, they are able to fend and or address the requirement on ground. Back to you, Avas.
Right, absolutely, sir. Requesting you to stay on with us. We are